go. Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review. Today we're going to be doing a quick video game review, and that will be of blazblue, the Calamity trigger. Take a look at this video game cover right here. Now, I've been in a very fighting game mood as of recently. I've been playing a lot of other games, like I just played Dead Space, and I'm thinking about playing Bioshock before I actually have to get back to school, because I am taking a summer session to graduate earlier than I would. But I'm in such a fighting game mood lately. And I guess it really started back when Mortal Kombat first came out, the remake, the number 9 or 2011 edition, or whatever you want to call it. My buddies picked that up, and it surprisingly came out on my birthday. They picked it up, and we played it, and we played a lot of it after Comic-Con also. And we went into that game, and it was fun, and it kind of revitalized my fighting game passion. Because I do like fighting games. I may not be the best at them sometimes. There's certain fighting games I'm really good at, and some that I'm just not good at. For example, Samurai Showdown and Mortal Kombat, I'm really good at those. Street Fighter, King of Fighter, not so much. I'm okay, I can hold my own, but I just don't have the flavor for that. And again, I don't consider Melee or Brawl in the Super Smash Bros. Series to be fighting games. They are, but they're not in the category that I put them in. They're kind of like a half-breed mix. Anyways, so we bought Mortal Kombat. We played the shit out of that game, and then it got me in the mood. So I picked up Super Street Fighter, and it was okay. And I put that down, and then I finally picked up Mortal Kombat and played the shit out of that game. And after I'm done with Mortal Kombat, right now I'm replaying the Samurai Showdown anthology. I'm kind of playing through mostly 2 and 6 because I think those were the best of the Samurai Showdown series. More 6 than 2, even though I think 2 is better. Probably because 6 has a better character selection. But even though I've been playing Samurai Showdown, I really want to try a new game. And before I jump full into King of Fighters, or as much as I can with the Xbox or the Wii, mostly Xbox, I'm going to play some blazblue. And I picked it up, and it came down, and if anyone follows me on Facebook, and the link is down there if you care to. Doesn't matter to me. But I'm not going to be one of those people that like me on Facebook, like me on Twitter. No. I'm not Zack Ryder, although his stuff is hilarious. But if you follow some of the stuff I leave on Facebook, I had a choice between getting blazblue or Bioshock, and I chose blazblue. And I probably should have gone with Bioshock. But that's not to say blazblue isn't good or entertaining. It's just not as good or entertaining as I remember, because the most I played of this back in the day was when it first came out. Not when it first came out. Actually, yeah, it was when it first came out. My buddy picked it up, and I played some of it, and what I remembered of it, it was good. It was, you know, I liked the graphics, I liked the look, it was a great game. I think this is the second game in the series. And I just needed to get it for myself, and this was the last one, so I'm glad I picked it up. But blazblue, I'm not going to get into any story with fighting games, because there's no point. It's just people fighting. They try to put a story in there, but it never works. I mean, there's a few games that have good fighting stories to them, a few fighting games that have good stories to them, but very rarely. But yeah, blazblue. I guess I'll just get into what I like, I don't like, and what I would change. I'm still playing it now. I haven't completed all the story modes, but what I do like, the best thing about this game is the graphics. It is probably some of the best regular cartoonish graphics that I've seen in a game. What you see on the cover right there is the graphics that you're going to get in the actual game itself. And it's absolutely beautiful, stunning, and breathtaking. Key word there. Breathtaking. You play this game, it is impossible not to enjoy the graphics that they use. Second thing is, I like the fighting styles that they use in this. Each character has their kind of uniqueness to them. For example, one chick has a bow staff, and you can throw the bow staff into the center of the arena, or any part of the arena. You can jump on the bow staff, you can jump off the bow staff and bounce off it, and you can use that as an extra piece of the level and fight with that. Another character has a Harlequin, or not a Harlequin, you know, the puppets, I forget what they're called, you know, but he has one of those, and you basically have like 2 characters on the field, and you have to play both of them. And there's more, like the Rachel Alucard, I think it is. really doing her Dracula's name backwards has been done way too much. But she sets up stuff in the level and she can activate them at certain times. So each character has a unique way of fighting. So the gameplay itself, and its uniqueness in standing out from other fighting games, is actually really good. I really like how things are different in this than they would be in any other game. In addition to that, the character designs are very nice. All of them are unique. They're different. They don't fall into status quo. They are their own unique, different characters. They look good. They feel good. They are good. Plain, flat, and simple. My favorite character is Noelle Vermillion. I play her a lot. I think she's really good. She's unique. She takes some time to get used to, but I like her. So those are some of the good. The Baz is, although it has a unique gameplay, the gameplay is roughly, it could be better. You have your weak strike, your standard strike, your strong strike, and then your dash strike. Then you have grabs, you have your special. I mean, it's okay, but it could have been, the controls just feel a little off. I feel as though it should have went in a different direction. I don't know if I can explain it. I'm not really explaining it well, but the controls just could have been a little bit better. The story mode, they say it's dynamic, but it's not really. The story mode is just them standing there talking the whole time, and it's like you get a picture of the character and the mouth moves, but that's all you're gonna get. You don't see them moving around or anything. What would have really been good is if they actually did a like animation themselves in an anime style for the cutscenes, and then you actually go into the combat itself because the cutscenes are lackluster and boring, really boring. That's not to say that the writing is bad, although some of the stuff said here is atrocious. It's not to say the voice acting is bad. It's just the story could have been better. Um, two player game, play against people is good. I think that worked out nicely. I'd rather play this with someone than play an opponent. Play the CPU because again, you always want to play with a actual opponent, but playing with the CPU sucks. The computer's not that smart. It's actually really stupid, even on the highest difficulty. On a whole, I've been rambling on, but blazblue is it's a good game. It's not the first game I would recommend people to pick up if you want a fighting game. Even if you want a little nostalgia with the old 2D fighting. I mean, there's a lot of other series that are a little bit better. Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters, even Guilty Gear is a little bit better than this. Um, but I would still recommend it to people that want a kind of a good escape, a new experience with fighting games, because blazblue is fun. The key word is fun. If I had to give it a ranking out of 10, I would give it a rough 6.5 to 7. It holds its own. It doesn't really do anything to bedazzle me other than the graphics and the uniqueness of the characters. You can get it for fairly cheap. I got mine for 14 bucks, which is actually very cheap for an Xbox game. I believe it came out in 2008, 2009, so it's not an old game either. It's only 2 years old, two. So yeah, blazblue. I had to think about that. What year are we in? But yes, blazblue. Great game. Fun. Not the best fighting game out there. I just said great game, but it's a fun game. That's what matters. Is fun. So I recommend picking it up. This is Andrew saying, peace out for now.